I just want to start by saying thank you so much to everyone who is here. It's such an incredible thrill to see a room this big filled with so many people so excited to celebrate women of distinction from throughout the 54th Senate District. The women who we are recognizing this evening come from every corner of my district, from Webster and Wayne County to Ontario, Seneca, and Cayuga County, and the town of Lansing. And tonight we gathered together to celebrate local women who are making outstanding contributions and positively transforming our communities. I have to tell you that as an elected official, one of my goals has always been to recognize the many people who are working so quietly throughout our area and who work tirelessly to make a positive difference. These people typically do their job not seeking any fanfare, just because they want to do the right thing. And to me, the reason why it's so important to recognize everyone, men, women, children, everyone who's making a positive difference is because every single day we're slammed with negative stories, whether it's from social media, on television, in our newspapers. We hear about all of the bad things that are happening in our local communities and more so on a state level and a national level. Well, tonight, folks, it ain't about that. It's all about celebrating the great things that are happening. Tonight, we're going to honor 25 women. Those of you who have been with me in the past, this is the third annual event, so I've held two prior. This event has grown tremendously. We had 6 nominees just 2 years ago. But by reaching out to the community and letting the community be the folks who decide who should be nominated for this recognition, it's really allowed the program to grow. And like I said, it's done something that I think is tremendous, and that is recognizing everyday people who make a significant difference. So the Women of Distinction, this event tonight will be recognizing all of the nominees. The one thing that we won't be doing, I will not be announcing the woman who will go on to represent the 54th Senate District at the event, the Women of Distinction event that's held in the Capitol in May. That announcement will come out later this month. Because of the way the schedule fell this year with the Easter holiday and with the state budget, we just had a compressed time, and with 25 nominees, I need to assemble my group who reviews the nominees and who will select the woman who will represent the 54th. So again, tonight is all about celebrating every single nomination, every single nominee. And before I begin to recognize our nominees, I'd like to thank and introduce many of the local elected officials who represent areas where our nominees live and who have joined us this evening. When I call your name, if you wouldn't mind, I ask that you please stand. We have Aurelius Town Supervisor Ed I. Jr., Cayuga Village Mayor Bill Sherman. You know what? There's got to be a blooper, right? So on my sheet, instead of reading the highlighted ones who are here, I'm reading the ones that aren't highlighted. So can you edit that from the video and I'll start over? Thank you. All right, let's try this again. Canandaigua Town Supervisor Kathy Menacotz. Yeah. Farmington Town Supervisor Peter Englesby. Hopewell Town Supervisor Ted Bateman. Fayette Town Supervisor Cindy Lorenzetti. Gallon Town Supervisor Steve Grote. Huron Town Supervisor Lori Crane. Palmyra Town Supervisor Ken Miller. Sodus Town Supervisor and Wayne County Board of Supervisors Chairman Steve Leroy. Sodus Point Village Mayor Dave McDowell. Also joining us, Cayuga County Sheriff Brian Skank. Kip Goodman, Chief Deputy, Seneca County Sheriff's Office. John Clear with Seneca County Undersheriff. Ontario County Treasurer Gary Baxter. Seneca County Manager Mitch Rowe. Linda Zwick, Fayette Town Board. Nancy Murray, Fayette Town Clerk. Hallie Stevens, Director of Finance, Seneca County. And Jim Hoffman, the former chairman of the Wayne County Board of Supervisors. Did I miss anyone? If I did, feel free to stand up and we'll clap for you. No, just kidding. Seriously, thank you to all of our elected officials for taking the time out to join us tonight. We're also joined by our 2018 Woman of Distinction, Lori Crane, and our 2017 Woman of Distinction, Donna Schertle. Lori, if you don't mind standing again. And at this time, Lori is going to join me up front and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you'd please rise, please. Lori, you have to stand here and speak into both microphones.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lori. Before I begin recognizing this year's nominees, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank everyone who took the time to nominate an outstanding woman for this honor. Each nominator provided a brief biography highlighting the accomplishments of our nominees. And trust me, I would love to share with you every single word that was written about every woman. But unfortunately, because of time, I will be sharing with you just an abbreviated portion of the biography. However, you can follow along in your books that are on your table. We've included the full biography in the booklets. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is a privilege and an honor to introduce our 2019 Women of Distinction nominees. I'd ask that when I read your name, you'd please come forward and bring your nominator with you. We're also family and friend-friendly, so if there's anyone else you want to drag on up here, feel free. Our first nominee is Elizabeth Beck of Seneca Falls. She was nominated by Tony Ferrara. Alex, you want to show her this one? So here's a little further instruction. Is when you come up, if you stand on this side, yeah, there's little tape there.
I'm on it.
Because I'll forget. That's why I'm letting all of you know. All right. Elizabeth is married to Stephen Beck. They raised 2 children together, Heidi Beck Young and Matthew Beck, and they have 4 grandchildren. Liz, during her 33-year teaching career at Minders Academy, was a very successful cheerleading and soccer coach and earned the distinction of being named Section 5 Coach of the Year. Liz was inducted into the Minders Academy Athletic Hall of Fame as a lifetime contributor. She is active volunteer with the Relay for Life and a member of the Seneca Falls Rotary Club, including serving as a past president. Liz serves on the Seneca Falls Recreation Commission, where she is a founding member of the Family Fast Break program. Liz, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's my honor and privilege to present you with this citation. Congratulations. The second nominee this evening is Laureen Benson of Farmington. Laureen was not able to be here this evening, but we congratulate her on her nomination. Our next nominee is Alice Bill of Sodus Point, nominated by Marty Turtnick. I think it's supposed to be my spot, but it's so far away. Come on over. Alice retired as a Monroe County social worker after 20 years. She now lives full-time in Sodus Point, where she is very active in the Sodus Point community and many local organizations. During the 2017 Lake Ontario flood event that devastated the local businesses and homeowners, Alice was instrumental in caring for impacted residents and the volunteer relief workers. Her nominator, Marty, writes, Alice has the ability to generate involvement of other people and most of all, serving as an impeccable role model for other members of the community. People seek her out for information, advice, and guidance. She is the go-to person in Sodus Point. Alice, it's both a privilege and an honor to present you with this citation. Next, we have Wanda Boughton of Newark, nominated by Sandra Isaac. Wanda is a lifelong resident of Wayne County. She has been a nurse for more than 40 years and is currently working at the Wayne County Nursing Home. Wanda's passion for taking care of others extends to people of all ages. For many years, she has led a fall backpack program to make sure students have the supplies needed to be successful in school. And she's also run a children's holiday gift program. Many local Wayne County families and children have benefited from these programs, and they are extremely grateful to Wanda. This past year, Wanda added a new component to these programs. She invited the nursing home residents where she works to help fill the backpacks and to wrap the holiday gifts. Thanks to Wanda, many residents assisted. In return, they were able to experience the great feelings of fulfillment and joy associated with helping others out. Her nominator, Director of Nursing Sandra Isaac, writes, "When you look at Wanda, you can see she is passionate about life. It shows by the smile she wears when you see her. Wanda's passion for life and endless energy is contagious to those around her." Wanda, congratulations. This X thing just confuses people more than anything else. The next nominee is Sharika Shandek of Seneca Falls, nominated by her daughter, Neetu Shandek. Sharika was a teacher for several years in India before immigrating to the United States with her husband in 1998. Assimilating to America was not easy, as the land and the culture were very unfamiliar to her. Sharika stayed at home for many years, investing a lot of time helping her daughter, Neetu, learn how to read, write, and do math. She also successfully prepared Neetu for the National Spelling Bee and for eventually attending Cornell University. Last year, Neetu was recognized as one of our women of distinction. As a librarian at the Waterloo Library and Historical Society, Sarika brought the library rooms to life for the patrons with her creative artwork. She also increased programming and opportunities for patrons of all ages through crafting, Scrabble, and the community book Origami. It is an honor and a privilege to present you with this citation recognizing you as one of the Misty Currington of Macedon, nominated by Valley Arn Grossman. And before I share a little bit about Misty, I do want to acknowledge that Valerie was also a 2018 Women of Distinction nominee. So welcome back. Misty and her mother, Kathy Darrow, own a seamstress shop in Wayne County called So What. According to her nominee, Valerie, Misty believes every young lady deserves a pretty dress, especially for those special occasions like prom or senior ball. I agree. Knowing many young ladies cannot afford a dress, Misty developed a program where she and her mother take in donated gowns. Young women are invited and encouraged to shop the selection of dresses and to choose their dream dress. But it doesn't stop there. Misty's business, So What, offers free alterations to make sure every young lady has a dress that is beautiful and fits perfectly. Misty is very involved with her community and with mentoring young women to help them reach their fullest potential. She manages the Wayne County Fair Beauty Pageant. She's brought some of her beauties with her this evening. Welcome, ladies. Yeah. And she's also instrumental in the Tim Tebow Foundation Night to Shine program. On a more personal note, Misty is a fighter and a survivor. She has survived cancer twice, and she is determined to not let anything, including cancer, slow her down. Misty, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's an honor and privilege to present you with a citation. To the young ladies who are here, I have to say it's great to see you outside of parade season. All summer long, we march in how many parades? Lots of them, right? And I stalk them every parade. I search them out and do photos with them. They're wonderful young ladies. The next nominee is Carol Cuthbert of Newark, nominated by Sandra Isaac. Carol is a lifelong resident of Wayne County. She has dedicated her life to nursing and to caring for others. For more than 40 years, Carol was a nurse. In 2017, she retired from the Wayne County Nursing Home. Carol has the gift of being able to connect with all generations. She is highly respected by everyone. At the Wayne County Nursing Home, Carol is still known for being a jokester and a prankster. Through her humor, she engages others and spreads laughter, love, and happiness. Carol's dedication to caring for others extends to caring for her family, including her mother and sister. She is also known for helping others in the community who are in need. Carol is currently enjoying spending time with her new puppy, Tink. Carol, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's an honor and privilege to present you with this citation. Next, we have Donna Dede of Webster, who was nominated by Amy DeHaven. Donna Dede of Webster is President and Chief Executive Officer of Holy Childhood and Special Touch Bakery. Under Donna's direction and leadership, the agency has expanded the Special Touch Bakery, which began as a pre-vocational training program in a small kitchen at the School of the Holy Childhood, to what it is today, a full production bakery located in Rochester. At the bakery, people with and without disabilities are working side by side and are contributing to the community. In 2017, under Donna's leadership, Holy Childhood received an Ethy Award from the Rochester Area Business Ethics Foundation. This award reflects the high standards set by Donna and her values that trickle down to all levels of the agency. Donna is very active in the community and serves as a leader on many boards, including as the president of the Council of Agency Executives, director of the Family First Federal Credit Union, a trustee of Rochester Discovery Charter School, and a recent past president of Rochester Rotary. Donna, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's an honor to present you with this citation. Our next nominee is Tara Fricano of Cayuga, nominated by her husband, Devin Fricano. And they are accompanied by their beautiful daughter, Miss Lily. Tara served her community as a Cayuga Village trustee and as the community's Parks and Recreation Director. In this capacity, she established numerous programs to engage young people and keep them moving in a positive direction. When Tara was 17 years old, she became pregnant. Despite pressure to abort, she made the decision to give birth, and as a single parent, worked hard creating a future for herself and her son. Several years later, Tara met and married her husband, Devin Fricano. Their first child together, Lily, is obviously here tonight. In 2011, the couple found out they were expecting a second child. Soon after hearing this terrific news, Tara and Devin were informed their baby would be born with disabilities. They were advised to consider terminating the pregnancy. Tara and Devin's beautiful son, Ian, was born with Down syndrome. At 10 months old, Ian was hospitalized with an illness and died as a result. He was, and still is, loved and cherished by his family. This tragedy, as well as Tara's life experiences, have motivated her to get involved and make a difference in this world. Thank you, Tara. Our next nominee is Jeannie Giovannini. Giovannini. Did I get? What does it mean when they're starting to move further away from me? Come on over. Come on. Jeannie has played a crucial role in the National Women's Hall of Fame. In 2011, she became heavily involved in the project to rehabilitate the historic 1844 Seneca Knitting Mill as a new home for the National Women's Hall of Fame. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, it's incredibly beautiful. Through the journey, Jeannie's dedication and laser-sharp focus has resulted in achieving so many great things for the Hall of Fame. I've been told Jeannie has spent more time volunteering for the Hall of Fame than she did when she worked full-time for Eastman Kodak. If you get in trouble for that, blame your nominee. Yeah. Her nominator, Judith, writes, "Community service is usually measured by the number of activities assumed. Jeannie's service is singular and is of such magnitude that the new home of the Hall will transform the historic town of Seneca Falls." Thank you, Jeannie. Lucille Hamlin of Macedon is our next nominee. She was nominated by Heather Keenan. Come on up. Lucille has been the chairperson for the St. Catherine Drexel Parish's Social Ministry Committee for more than 15 years. She is also the chairwoman of the Macedon Food Pantry that has provided food for more than 2,000 individuals. Lucille is a community angel, researcher, and matchmaker. She continually looks for opportunities to help her fellow citizens. Whether a person or a family is in need of shelter, food, clothes, or anything else, Lucille knows where to go to get help and how to match the person in need with an agency that can provide assistance. She is always available to help others, including helping with details to make things run smoothly. We all know the value of having supportive family and friends. Through the years, Lucille has been supported by her loving husband, Thomas. Lucille, it's an honor and a privilege to present you with this New York State Senate. Crystal Kent of Junius, who was nominated by Katie Grilla, is our next nominee. Crystal attended Elmira College and then returned to her alma mater, Waterloo High School, as a reading teacher. There, she has coached both volleyball and softball, leading both teams to success, establishing many school records and winning numerous accolades along the way. Players credit Crystal for their success both on and off the field. Crystal is the current athletic director, and in this role, she oversees the entire Waterloo Central School District Athletic Department. Crystal is known for always encouraging students to focus on teamwork and leadership. Students are also able to look at Crystal and see future possibilities in the pipeline from former student to teacher to athletic director. Crystal is a tremendous role model for the Waterloo school community. I had the opportunity to be at the high school today with Crystal to recognize several of the school's athletes who have done tremendous cross-country team, indoor track, and an individual who went on to win the sectional wrestling championships. And you could just see the love and the outpouring of support for Crystal. So Crystal, it's an honor and privilege to present you with this certificate. Thank you. Caitlin Leskowski of Seneca Falls, who is nominated by John Clear. Caitlin is a senior mental health clinician for the Seneca County Sheriff's Office. She is responsible for overseeing the treatment and rehabilitation of inmates, particularly those with addictions. Caitlin also serves as a chairwoman of the Seneca County Criminal Justice Advisory Board. She's also the president of the Safe Harbors of the Finger Lakes Board of Directors. In 2018, Caitlin was the first civilian employee of the Sheriff's Office awarded the Community Policing Excellence Award. Caitlin earned this recognition for her tireless volunteer work to establish a domestic violence shelter in Seneca County. In our state, there are 6 counties that do not currently have local shelters for domestic violence victims and their families. Thanks to Caitlin and many others who are here tonight, we are on our way to building a Seneca County shelter that will serve a 3-county area. Caitlin, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's my honor and privilege to present you with this citation. Our next nominee is Margaret Morse of Fayette, nominated by Patricia Pleiter. I forgot, one of the instructions I was given before I started was, Pam, don't do what you did last year and hug everyone who comes up. I can't help it. All such wonderful folks who have accomplished so much. Margaret currently serves as the Seneca County Community Services Director. In this role, she is responsible for making sure that all people living with disabilities, substance abuse, mental health disorders, and developmental disorders receive the services they need to reach their full potential. In her time with Seneca County, Margaret established the Suicide Prevention Coalition, created a sudden loss support group, hosted an Out of the Darkness walk that raised $19,000, and has given many Talk Saves Lives community events. I can attest personally to the fact that Margaret is a tireless advocate for the county and the people she serves because I see her everywhere. You're everywhere, even outside the county. Throughout her career, Margaret has received the loving support of her husband, Richard, and their 2 children, Olivia and Henry. Margaret, it is such an honor and a privilege to recognize you with the Senate citation. Melissa Nesbitt of Fayette, who is nominated by Anne Marie Heintzman, is our next nominee. Melissa is truly dedicated to her community, where she lives with her husband, John Nesbitt II, and her children, John III and Macy. Melissa is the Executive Director of Seneca Housing. She has held this leadership position for 5 years. In her time with Seneca Housing, Melissa has doubled the available assistance to families in Seneca County. Under her leadership, Seneca Housing received high performer status from the New York State Homes and Community Renewal, and they have been instrumental in providing housing to the area's homeless veterans. Melissa is also the Executive Director of the Waterloo Farmers Market. She has led the way in making the inaugural year a tremendous success. For her efforts, she has been named Citizen of the Year by the Seneca County Chamber of Commerce and also Rotarian of the Year in 2018. Melissa, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's an honor and privilege to present you with this citation. The next nominee is Julie Patterson of Aurelius, nominated by Dee Dee Skank. Julie currently serves as a financial and human resource manager at Patterson Farms Incorporated. Julie educates the community and raises awareness around water issues as Patterson Farms is innovative with its nutrient management system and anaerobic digesters. Julie also educates our community by hosting a class from Wells College, working with Cayuga Community College, groups from local schools, community members, and agricultural producers to facilitate training for employees and to enhance workforce development opportunities. Julie serves in a number of capacities on numerous boards and committees and actively engages with Cornell on numerous initiatives to improve farm operations and to protect the environment. She runs and operates the farm with her husband John and 3 children, Ted, Wyatt, and Riley. Her nominator notes, Julie contributes to making our neighborhood better and our family stronger. She serves as an example to others. Julie is a caring and kind wife, mother, and friend who is dedicated to our community. She has spent countless hours enriching the lives of others and making our community a better place to live. Julie, on behalf of the New York State Senate, it's my honor and privilege to present you with this Senate citation. Our next nominee is Ethel Peters of Geneva, nominated by Christine Showalter. Ready? Ethel is a lifelong resident of Geneva and taught at Geneva schools for 32 years, becoming assistant principal and then principal at West Street School, where she retired in 1992. Ethel's life has always revolved around community service. Service to her community, her church, and her political activity has always kept her very busy. Ethel was the first woman elected to the Ontario County Board of Supervisors from Geneva. She was the first female vice chair and was the first woman to conduct meetings for the Board of Supervisors. Ethel has served in several leadership positions, including serving as the chairwoman of St. Michael's Orthodox Church Council and chairwoman of Happiness House Cerebral Palsy Board. Ethel's support system includes her husband, Paul Sr., their son and daughter-in-law, Paul Jr. and Rhonda, 2 granddaughters, and 3 great-grandsons. Ethel, it is such an honor and a privilege to present you with the Senate citation. The next nominee is Jennifer Schneider of Canandaigua, nominated by Adeline Rudolph. Jennifer currently works in the Office of the Provost, Academic Affairs at Rochester Institute of Technology. In this role, Jennifer is dedicated to educating future generations and future leaders. Before her work in academia, Jennifer previously worked in industry. She distinguished herself by becoming the youngest ever corporate divisional manager at ITT Engineered Products. Jennifer also earned the distinction of being the only female member of a technical corporate crisis team that responded post-event to 6 major and many minor incidents. While she is extremely active in both her professional and academic pursuits, Jennifer is also a loving wife to husband Tim and mother to her 2 beautiful daughters, Regina and Marina. Congratulations, Jennifer. It's an honor and privilege to present you with this citation. Our next nominee is Heidi Schwittick Barnes of Huron, nominated by Ann Wickett. Heidi serves as the adult program. Come on over, ladies. Come on over. Heidi serves as the Adult Program Coordinator for the Literacy Volunteers of Wayne County. In this role, she trains new tutors and matches tutors with adult learners. At the same time, Heidi is continually working to inspire the students and to retain the tutors. Heidi monitors the progress of basic learners who are working on their reading and writing skills, as well as adult learners who do not speak the English language. Outside of her work with Literacy Volunteers of Wayne County, Heidi is involved in a local toy drive, the North Rose Wolcott Parent-Teacher Association, the Cougar Pride Parent Group, and 4-H. Heidi, thank you so much for your work in the community. It's an honor to present you with the Senate citation. The next nominee, Mary Simpson Smart of Galen, was not able to be here this evening, but let's give her a round of applause to recognize her achievements. Megan Thompson of Webster, who was nominated by Ginny Constable, is our next nominee. There she is. Megan Thompson of Webster works tirelessly for the sake of her community. You could all move over.
I couldn't really see you from
Oh, sorry. In 2017, Megan saw a need in the community for Narcan training. Taking the lead, Megan contacted a trainer and organized a training class for more than 50 people to learn how to help save people from opioid overdose. As a board member of the nonprofit organization Moonshadow Spirit, Megan reviews each application and determines a funding award to help those suffering from food disorders. Megan is also co-chair of the Webster Democratic Committee and a Girl Scout leader. She works tirelessly and co-chairs events at the Susan B. Anthony House. She encourages young women to learn about Susan B. Anthony's contributions to women's rights and to bring awareness to this foundation's work and legacy in Rochester. Megan is committed to developing educated and strong leaders. In addition to being joined here this evening by her nominator, also with her is her husband Paul and daughters Amelia and Claire. Welcome, everyone. Megan, it truly is an honor and privilege to be second to you. Our next nominee is Marianne Trickey of Hopewell, who was nominated by Supervisor Ted Bateman. I just asked, where are those shy sons? Yeah. Marianne has served as a town clerk and tax collector for the town of Hopewell for 26 years. In 2015, she was chosen as a Town Clerk of the Year in District 7. Marianne plans to retire at the end of her term in 2019. Her nominator, Hopewell Town Supervisor Ted Bateman, writes, "She has been the constant go-to for many peers in the county. Her contribution to the town of Hopewell and its residents will be remembered for years to come. Marianne is truly the glue that holds the town of Hopewell together. Her hard work and dedication to the town has not gone unnoticed in her 26 years of service. Marianne has been supported all of these years by her husband, Henry, Hank Trickey, their two sons who were too shy to come up, Jeff and Chad, daughter-in-law Mandy, and her grandchildren, Annabelle, Braden, and Aria. Marianne, it's an honor and a privilege to present you with the State Senate citation recognizing you for your dedicated service. Our next nominee is Mariah Vanda Doyle of Palmyra, nominated by Tricia Kuntz. I can't believe I just said that on video. All right. Mariah grew up in Palmyra, moved away as an adult, and returned because of her love for the community and her desire to improve the lives of those in the area who needed assistance. Mariah is Director of Medical Services Program Development, Wellness, and Telemedicine at Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. She is also the president, and with her husband Bill, the co-founder of the Green Angels, a volunteer organization that helps thousands of people in Wayne County and surrounding communities. What started as a modest project being run out of their basement has grown into an organization that includes a board of directors, a part-time employee, hundreds of volunteers, and a small fleet of vehicles. The Green Angels stand for giving forward and back, teaching our children the value of community service and treating their clients with world-class dignity. Under Mariah's leadership, the Green Angels annual Free Cycle program has grown from a single holiday event into a year-round referral program for people in need. During the holiday Free Cycle shopping event, more than 800 people are served in a single day. Mariah has been supported through the years by her husband Bill and 2 sons, Liam and Silas. Mariah, it is such an honor and privilege to recognize you and to present you with the citation for everything that you've done. Thank you so much. Our next nominee is Jacqueline Vrooman of Seneca Falls, nominated by Laura Bennett and Rachel Miller. Jackie is a business owner, a community supporter, and someone who was always there to help a friend or neighbor in need. Jackie's nominator, Laura, lost her mother, Lori McConnell, on July 10, 2018, to a horrific act of domestic violence. Weeks before the tragic accident, Jackie opened her home to Lori to help her feel safe. Jackie understood by allowing Lori to live with her, she was also putting herself in harm's way and could potentially become a victim herself. Despite this, Jackie did not back down when it came to taking care of Lori and trying to keep her safe. Jackie is truly a person who puts the needs of others before herself. Her dedication to Lori was fierce. According to Jackie's nominator, she is thoughtful, warm, and her outlook on life and love for the people around her are truly remarkable. Jackie, on behalf of the New York State Senate, I want to thank you for everything that you do to support the community. Thank you. Wilma Young of Williamson was nominated by Linda Stevenson. She is not able to be here this evening, but can we give her a round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, those are our 25 Women of Distinction nominees. Yeah. It's such a wonderful privilege to be able to recognize so many people who do so many extraordinary things for our communities. I have to tell you that one of the things that I struggle about this event, and I had a really hard time tonight, I know many of you, I visited your businesses or your farms, or I've seen you in action out in the community during your not-for-profit activities, helping other people. It is really, really, really difficult for my team to boil down, to distill down into just, 60 seconds of what you've accomplished and what you've achieved. I encourage everyone to look through the books. Again, even those are just abbreviated versions of all of the tremendous accomplishments that these women have achieved. Again, I can't thank you enough for everything you do to make our community stronger, safer places, better places, for being available and willing to help out your neighbors and families and friends. I want to encourage you this evening, before you leave, to please take the poster boards with you as a departing gift. And before we depart, I'd like to acknowledge a few people. First of all is Ventosa Vineyards for hosting this event. A special thank you to the owner, Lenny Ciceri, and his team for allowing us to be here this evening. It's stunning. I encourage everyone to come back sometime, do a wine tasting, or have dinner. But I'd also like to thank my team, who has made tonight possible and who works tirelessly every single day on behalf of all of the people of the 54th Senate District. With me. I'm going to introduce them real quick, so if you contact the office and you're talking to someone on the phone, you can connect a face with a name. Chris Catt, my Chief of Staff. Allie Barrow, Communication Affairs Coordinator and my district scheduler. Yesterday was Allie's birthday. Happy birthday, Allie. Senior caseworker Lisa Salati. Jonathan Monthletto, Communications Director. Tim Wright, Community Affairs Coordinator and Constituent Recognitions. Joshua Garnish, Community and Constituent Affairs Coordinator. Adeline Rudolph, Field Representative. Jody Bender, Wayne County Representative, also a former town supervisor in Wayne County. And our new district office intern, Michaela Maggio. Also filming this evening's event is Chris. Chris, thank you for being here. We will post a video from tonight on my website. It's Helming at nysenate.gov. Oh, everyone's shaking their head yes, so that's a good thing. Good, all right. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here this evening to recognize these women who make our communities great places. As I said earlier, the woman who will be going on to Albany to represent the 54th Senate District will be announced later this month, in plenty of time to prepare for the May event. But tonight, like I said earlier, it's all about celebrating all of you. And also, we had so many nominators, and I look around this room and I see so many people who have done tremendous things. Any one of you could be our women's representative. Before I wrap it up, I'd like to say thank you also to any of our veterans that we have in the room tonight. Can we have a round of applause for all of our veterans? Thank you all for joining us, and if we can have all of the women nominees come forward for one last photo, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.